The main news this hour, the Obama administration has effectively given Iran a license to cheat by allowing it to collect its own nuclear samples for international testing by almost anyone other than Americans. The NFL Players Association saying it will fight the NFL's decision to uphold Brady's 4-game suspension. Brady's agent saying the NFL's appeal process was a sham. We'll be taking this up with our legal panel here later in the broadcast. Donald Trump with a huge lead in the first primary state of New Hampshire. Trump has twice the support of his nearest rival, Jeb Bush. Joining us now, National Review investigative reporter Jillian K. Melcher, Weekly Standard online editor, New York Times bestselling author Daniel Halper. Good to have you with us, Daniel. Let me start, Jillian, with you. Donald Trump, the Republicans seem loath to call Trump a front runner. He is obviously that, is he not?
Yeah, I think he's doing some things that are resonating with the American public. I think he's chosen his issues very deliberately, and I do think that he has a point
wait a minute. You make it sound like he's cheating.
I mean, any politician
chose issues carefully
any
and deliberately.
Politician does
My
that.
Lord.
But if you look at his tone as well, I think Americans are pretty sick of this very offended political culture where you don't say anything out of line. I think that has resonated. However,
I've got him down for he thinks and he talks about what voters are interested in.
Indeed. But I think, you know, with a competitive primary season, there's a lot that's going to come out about his past from his great support of Democrats.
The Daily Beast told us about his divorce proceedings effectively, well, not so effectively last night. I mean, would you call that a smear campaign, a attack article on the part of the Beast?
You know, I don't think it was terribly fair. I think that particular article.
An attack piece.
I would call it an attack piece, but that particular article doesn't negate the fact that there are things in his past that merit questions. For example, his significant support of Democrats,
You're running for president,
support of the Clinton Foundation. Trump University, which there are currently 2 lawsuits alleging that he defrauded as many as 5,000 students, enticing them to pay $35,000 in what was essentially a scam run by an illegal university in the state of New York.
Right.
So I think those are things that should and will come out during the course of his candidacy.
Well, you just got them out. You don't have to do any more reporting. Daniel, what are your thoughts about Trump? Front runner, fair game, obviously.
Yeah, look, everything's certainly on the table, as it should be for any candidate. Hillary Clinton, we should have questioned Barack Obama a lot more. Everything's on the table. He should be able to defend himself. If he's not, he'll fall in the polls, and if he is, then he'll soar. Look, he has obviously gotten to where he is by talking about immigration. Also, trade and the debt and a couple other issues, and I think his three latest
You make it sound like these are immaterial issues.
I'm saying that that's fantastic, and he's broken all the rules to do so, as Julian was alluding to, which is great, and it's really shaken up Washington. I think a lot of voters are sitting at home, they're saying, well, we have big problems. We could go to the Bushes, we could go to the Clintons to solve these problems.
Yeah, that's always worked out so well when we've done that.
Exactly.
Or I love the DNA sample. Make it a Clinton or make it a Bush. That's a brilliant idea.
Yeah, it opens up this whole new person, you know, a whole new way of dealing with things, and that's who Donald Trump is, and I think it's catching on fire, and that's great. I think it's excellent for the debate.
What happened to Rand Paul?
Rand Paul, he can't be the most interesting man in Washington when the most interesting man in the race is clearly Donald Trump. Rand Paul has lost his allure because there's somebody who says more things more clearly. There's things that he's a more intriguing guy.
I love the idea that John Kasich, a few days into the race, is already in, what, 3rd place, 7% in the New Hampshire poll. That's amazing.
Yeah, I think he's getting a bit of a bump. But with Rand Paul, I mean, I think he's got 2 major problems. First being that he is typically more of an isolationist wing within foreign policy, and with the threats of Ukraine and ISIS, that's a difficult stance to hold. And then on top of that, you've got him trying to very carefully navigate the libertarian conservative divide within the Republican Party. That's a tough game to play.
Well, it's a tough game. They're all in. Let me ask you this. Let me ask you very quickly as we wrap up here, because this looks to me like a conspiracy that we've got to examine carefully. Jon Stewart secretly at the White House.
I think it shows how much the president is afraid of ridicule.
Daniel, you get the last word.
Look, you can't blame Jon Stewart for meeting with the president. It's obviously a great honor, but it's pretty embarrassing for the president to rely on a third-rate comic for advice on how to govern this country. That's terrible.
Well, come on now. A third-rate. I find him. He's funny as the Dickens. Come on.
He has a team of writers. Is he personally funny?
See, there was another person cheating thinking, preparing, organizing. What are we to do with these people?
We need more
Daniel,
rule breakers.
I'm sorry?
We need more rule breakers.
Well,
like Donald Trump.
I think we've got plenty of those, too. But anyway, a point of view, and we respect it. Daniel Happer, good to have you with us. Jillian K. Melcher, thank you so